Okay, so this issue about Captain Smart, many people are asking, say, Captain Smart, what is his end game here? Yeah, that's sorry, Captain Smart is beefing none other than Prophet Stephen Adom Kyei Duah. Now, Stephen Adom Kyei Duah and he's had his own back and forth with a lot of people. Now, no crowd, now so you need me Penas, Nana of Pinaxtv, a former host. And I just say, okay, can send fire one say ya can't hon send me and can ye or the share used to mujansa. Regardless, no, we also believe so in Ejuma, it can be fan of one in ninja one. He has every right to respond. But then now on Nipa or Naguja Simpi Swa or Canasem, Captain Smart. Captain Smart has an issue with Stephen Adom Kyei Duah. Now, in this same issue, no, this particular issue, Stephen Adom Kyei Duah and Captain Smart has with Stephen Adom Kyei Duah. And I'll be told you as a panel one shiny year. Or pursue the president. Now, in this particular video question, you realize at the point in time, Captain Smart or Kasa, he was lamenting and angrily talking about why Yesu Moja, the whole Yesu Moja thing should be banned. No, Asema Okanya, a shocking crowd was the fact that or no, and Uncle president, Uncle be banne Yesu Moja. So below Adom Kyei Duah etwa ye see Yesu Moja. The young video of what he said, ye babaka, ye betwaso.
I don't know when I'm microphone sorry say obi a cassette ya won cassette ya Adom Kyei me am nua kojo hunama ni di Adom Kyei ye pani che me ba sunsun se ya me no kasa yi so wo be kwa Adom Kyei asori so I don't know when I'm microphone sorry say obi a cassette ya won cassette ya Adom Kyei me am nua kojo hunama ni di Adom Kyei ye pani che me ba sunsun me ye pani che no onim pa o na busa no
say that therefore akoma so ninu ye
Adom Kyei wo hunam fam o ye pani che me ba sunsun mu onu anim se me ye pani che no
you law yen sign no
na ye ti aso dem ye to so bolo say Yesu Moja
nanya possible
na ba ya bia menim ne maame oyare owu no mu bi pinro o se me num Yesu Moja ye no ne hin
nanya possible
na mere na owo ne ba de kura no ne ba de Moja no num bi
nanya possible
me maka cho say me ye Ghana man pani a san kwase asem we enkoso obi en ho betu ato oye wasoro dem if I were the president of this country I'm being sincere and a bit so na be bo wonsem
bang bang bang
bang say we are suffer na to Yesu Moja wasoro we betu atai tax
bang bang bang
cause we have business we Yesu Moja o prepare we fie di be jira sorry dem now say we ton a business na wo ye no
nanya possible
because edwadie Yesu kwa sorry dem ho a wo say wo di dwa wo ho no otweaba
ninu ye adwe papa
and that is also of great importance
ye de asori essay on my konkron Ghana
nanya possible
eti na wan ko all night ye bu say wonye konkron mbwa kwese na duru ye asori dem na se ye hu a ye bu say wo ye dwamanfo
told ya
asori ye ba ye obebi asori ye adwuma kosi nti asori dem ye no esi wiem
adan
asori dem ye si asase so
adan menya Ghana ni
eti say wan tinyame ase na wan wo say ne mobro hu no dom ne do ne nti ase ne hweso pa ne kuta ye ekuta ye wa he asase so nyame tremu po ne bambo no ekuta ye ti wo bo sampai na ekuta wo he wan kuta wo wiem okuta wo asase so abusie me say NDC ni MPP won't mean fight galapse
ojai ato
and niam betimi ama me tese se beje di se mahama memo we betimi fight galapse number 1 attorney general on famra no enko parliament say bia Dominica Yeni na me chairman of the subsidiary legislation committee of parliament me na me kofa by samra no so opposition na ye chairman of that committee.
honorable one
It is say ya me no ka say MPP ni and a opposition person or take committee do so. Me say, Sabai we say why ready pass or person fighting Galamsey. Galamsey na ye can be ye can once. And ye quite any zoo moi. Our forest, our water. FW, foul. F ni a fa, W ni a war, foul. Forest and water. And the Dominica, the court ma parliament can't do two musa. Hey, you to Galamsey were quiet him. Saying this by way led by my own John Dramani Mahama. If they are ready to fight Galamsey, they should repeal that law. That's number one. I am waiting to see when.
Okay. So Minuka say Captain Smart said a lot of things. Now the country a chat to a Galamsey, but then also the middle part of video na your boy now. You realize that he was saying, he said if he was the president and he would be 10 years, or say if I were the president and I would be, and also I say a bit basso, me ban Stephen Adom Kyei Duah, sorry. So does it mean say Captain Smart is prepping himself to be in the NDC Flagbearer race? Now we'll come back to that. But then on this same Stephen Adom Kyei Duah, it's a bigger problem. Dynasty Mwakra abeka wonse. You see, Oton bibi e wana sorry a sobolo, be sobolo no abon paye, or so abon paye to so, and as our sobolo no yesu moja. Into what issues nene maniema, that particular sobolo a bit my boy. At the point in time, I think say I was say about a video of how one church member also Oton jebidie. Now according to her, no niema na niema anye den, na niema enkoye. Oshi ni sike nyina, eno koto yesu moja. Aya Stephen Adom Kyei Duah yesu moja ni bi. Ene te se ode koye de obeya at the end of the day no or start say onye sika. But the issue here is one more yare no o ma start fast so bolo. And yesu moja ya Stephen Adom Kyei Duah eto. And one notable person no so na no ababetu nsem Dynasty Mwa. According to Dynasty Mwa, sister Penny yare diabetes awa abrochi figure abrochi pa Ghana. Na ebro ba Ghana no na indra doctors for atrama no ene indwane wo so odi ene ne eduane a enwo so odi no. The woman ignored all of these things. She ignored the doctor's advice. And after the of course Stephen Adom Kyei Duah ho. Stephen Adom Kyei Duah bon pa man wie no man so bolo. Into the woman was not taking her medicine. She was not eating the food they see on the any eduane wo so odi no. Ignore all of them, and she was taking this yesu muja, and ultimately the woman died. It's no Dynasty Mwa is one of the people beginning not all sounding alarm about this whole yesu muja so bola Stephen Adom Kyei Duah eton wana sorry. I think you were Dynasty Mwa video no, but I think for context no, you want to share this advert sorry man baby party says so bolo na ye kan ho asem no na otonje bidie niema enkoyie, and at the end of the day Okoto yesu moja no niema sesama no. Yen share the quick one, okay, a quick one of this particular in summer woman need to do. Ye babaka etie for say ye babaka what will happen is that kwakwa share Dynasty Mwa ono so ni sema sesia no odi ababe tuju amanfo party say if this is so then maybe Captain Smart in sema oka no sebio odika yen kwa share this particular video involved etie for ye ba ye beto aso
sikari ni yanya ne dai yen kasa ijira Adom nyame Abo me dam. Abo me dam. Ewo ho. Sikari ni yanya ne dai. Yen kasa ijira Adom nyame. Abo me dam. Abo me dam. Ewo ho. Abo me dam.
We say no.
Aka 1.5 na 6 billion.
6 billion. Bidie.
Kazi ya ne koyi. Baby ameti mi tobu wa medu baby no. Na menya baby amfa ne.
Emfa ne omani kuso
we mi koyi no mo no. 1 billion. Na me hihye ne sa na me de ebroso no gugu anim.
Egugu. Na what say na we kura me fanya de.
Me first day me de nyama ko ye to aso miensa. Na me hu skasa. Me to esobolo yesu moja me dware. The meloduka miensa na watch 3 pounds 3.6 or 3.7 billion.
It's you could hear a woman now or say your friend is saying studio or cast or party say or ton bidie or ton na wakoton. But at the end of the day, none yema enkoye mano. But since or start so you su yesu moja so bolo or the direct or the eduane ni bidie no obeye juma or the gufem Sa nneɛma na ɔyɛ ɛna afei de sika ɛba ne nsam. To ɔpa sɛ na wɔtwe kra no ɛyɛ otimi kɔkwan so ɛkɔtɔn ɛyɛ bidie no. Obeba no okuta 3 billion. That's almost 350,000 Ghana cedis. You could see that she's making a lot of money. But then this same Yesu Mojano, some people are angry with it. One person you can ask them, Dinah Samoa. What is Dinah Samoa saying about this? You can shape this particular video. Ye babaka, ye betu aso.
Biara obeba wurade Yesu din no. Obegye nkwa. Na ebeba se obiara obeba wurade Yesu din. Ni obiara obeba Yesu din ne be ayi soboro din. Now no me catch them say me sister me dinachi 6 December any wu ye no diabetes e ba ne so 17 years no omui o start kwato to so boronum ya ni kuru wa brochire o de aduro ni ba na watu agu no akoto so boro so si chira twa mu say wen ana me nu adi wu wo ayi what the sign 6 December 8 February ye na year ancha me ma me so afri mu yen kasa mokwa yen kasa me menta wo bia minim wo bia ana ni gisam so ne say menti asore no akase mani bre wo members men kasa asore tie so nya bone onyame nkonkro shaw sati asore ya tie asore na mu fa sam no achire nyame ma men kwati amete say me ba second round ba wo ba ne say wo ba mprichi nyesa masa we kra de na mkacho we kra de wo ba report oba mprichi. You don't know what you saying. Put your hands together for Jesus. You don't know what you saying. Oba afa yankwa man so ma kire wo se ne oba preachi nti wo yo oba waji Yesu din na dia bomadin se wo de asem ne beko oba bi ti sa Elizabeth oba bi ti sa Maria oba bi ti sa Samaria di ba no ana urade yusu oba bi ti sa Dorcas oba bi ti sa Priscilla. What are you talking about? Makachira usa unye sofo wakra wabeka nti so your business na ya fa sam na yesi e be manya mema memiti wai wo ya me dying minti min kwati nyame asam sam ye bibi foforo oba ema ye sombo mawurade.
Into when in summer a year Dinah Samoa edit suja. But then far from that, no, in all these things I of course no Stephen Adom Kyei Duah or part say he is under attack. Obeka now information but say now sorry no. Ye kwa kucha any prepaid mu I saw the cabe 500 billion. And according to him, people like Captain Smart, people like Dinah Samoa, people like John Dramani Mahama, people in power and more time and more working against him. You go share this particular video of what he said. Yeah, bye. Bet so.
5 billion plus.
And after these 8 months, you brought us a bill in excess of 5 billion old Ghana cedis.
I am under attack.
You should know that the Philadelphia movement and I, Stephen Adom Kyei Duah, are under attack.
Mr. Nicholson, I'm attackers.
Hence, I am issuing a word of caution to my attackers.
Sorare.
Please be careful.
Sorare.
Please be careful.
Na owode ahomtie eneka. Mobekwa soa dakro. I will show you the color of my inside.
Powerful. For
Yebra Stephen Adom Kyei Duah Nyankopon
the bona fide property of your pastor or your
Adafo. Okwaya na okochamu. Ochamu na light esisu wo fie ha. Say solar.
Yes. Beloved, he proceeded to disconnect the line, and the moment he disconnected it, light was still on, not knowing that it was the solar that was supplying power to this house at that time.
Fitiya wukwada ebesi ne solar na power wa yeni how back.
Yes. Beloved, right from the Wednesday that they carried out this disconnection exercise, the solar panels have taken over, said that we have not faced any power problem from Wednesday to now.
Me wa batteries.
I have solar batteries.
Battles.
And intentionally I have
Me wa
imported some solar
and
batteries. You should know that my solar installations are not small things to deal with.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Amen.
Current.
Unknowingly,
So according to Stephen Adom Kyei Duah, niema we nyina ekose attack Captain Smart. Captain Smart. Dynasamwa and co and omutai omutechi any obofo mo attack, they want to destroy his church. But then regardless, Dynasamwa pa just say papa no ye can't demon antichrist. He is the person. Onye Yesu as he original puppet in him air camp. Ye share this particular video of what he's saying. Ye babaka ye betu aso.
Come and take me to prison that you see. Say Christ and I'm no any.
Obiaren to me kwawrade Yesu Kristo nkyai. Je wona Stephen Adom Kyei Duah.
I dare you. Me say, the original simpie so say, the more no. Ono any no wabuo tong. Yesu and him da ho kama.
Me de mensatsi mebo esemo se mon hweme na monsphere.
Oh yeah, by Yesu. I'm telling you honestly. Put your hands together for Jesus. Yeah, and can't want beka.
Na mene the 8th generational prophet. Me ana obena mo mesh. Ansa na wahunu Jesus Christ.
Boa. Oh yeah, by Yesu. Oh yeah, papa hia kwa.
Enunti na me mapa.
Enye binum na mo adwene wo fama. Ya beka no kura no mesi de mo ye no kura de Yesu.
Emu embaba wana wo ho abobo wo ho so ni.
Adwene wo wutiri mo ni business. Se ukoton ne mama nyamema.
Enisa me bufu. Meto me boase amenipa.
No nom so bodo ne grace water ne ho ahwane nom no a mo no nom ne saa no.
Oba besia wo so ye evangelist. Me adom na do we yes me so.
So bodo ye nyina ni bi wo efie.
Mama yam fensen ho. La so obi abebo ni sama ma Stephen Adom Kyei Duah.
Me dia ye hunahuna me o. Me ni wosofu bi ani asem.
Oba besia ekeka di opekere me. Empare me kra over my dead God. Kono me ho baby kese pa. Bribia bi wo ho. Efuo tu be bre wo ho. Me kwani me ho se asade bribi petepete fam.
planted on the floor.
Me Yesu moja yi ni ana. Entina ma adwene mo no. Asade menkan hye se ye noa. Ana na mesa so me dwene ho se ade mo ya toto agu fam baby ana me dia fa dia wo fam aka hye. Enti bra me hye no. Ana maadwene chikosi so say ase bebia eguguo no eho nyina ya from brom ase de bibia yeye wo enti na ha maadwene se de akura ni ase de aye bribia yeye wo ho enti na mene se de tie no di apede bebre wo maadwene me gusu a me sha se agide esem Yesu moja mame afi preko pe menkosha Yes, moja dudo ye gu fera pe mensha ase wa said chocolate nanea prekope ase nane ni nyina dane moja no hey adene yes moja no adofo fritete abofo pano be kire me de memfanya Yesu moja ewo Philadelphia asase yesu no me first time me hunu Yesu moja.
Yes.
The life.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Enti na ma confused kakra. Se nan kese se me de petin adna se me hye no wotuam. Ma confused. because 50 day one but for pandemia no to me friend wine eje machine won ensuom sana ne pada ne san eyemoja.
It's here for Sansem no and course. But let's move on quickly to Dr. Bawumia, because Dr. Bawumia kamia kwaye say abronye ene chema wuntumi omo arrest no eba back to back no, because if you don't know, abronye was arrested today and any assembly no. We'll come back to that issue in our second live fire somewhere around 8:30. But then minu ka say sa arrest in our course no obi so de elodi. Why na ni de elodi a nipa ni de ni lodi Dr. Bawumia. Now don't take my word for it. Nipa obabe break the news. All this answer me about tuja Kevin Killer Opache say there is a deep investigation at El Coso in regards with Dr. Bawumia. Obeka say maybe Chrome has say COVID-19 ebaye. Emma abayin Emma COVID-19 CKB near there. They say COVID-19 funds and COVID-19 relief. Says can Bawumia and another Sasha he was supposed to do the disbursement, but unfortunately Scan confirmed for baby for his own personal gains. Don't take my word for it. Kevin Taylor Neka. Now party said there's sufficient evidence on that particular evidence that is what they are going to use in prosecuting Dr. Bawumia. You share this particular video for your bar.
21.84 billion Ghana cedis COVID-19 funds. Almost 22 billion. You Bawumia, you are an embarrassment. You are a catfish. Also, Mahama said, I COVID by no, if you ask me, you receive almost 22 billion. What did you do with the money? And they will say, Bawumia say 22 billion. Then I'm there, then 22 billion. After 22 billion, not cedi no dollar no was 1782. After receiving 22 billion COVID-19 funds, Sika and for the Ghana, World Bank, IMF, Ghana for Amuji Sika, foreign donors, more receive 22 billion. Me will say about 22 billion. What did you do? What did you do with the 22 billion? Why one who said the okay Quran? Uzbekistan abejina kachire say I and Amanda da president no onim no kura no kura ban. Uti won shine so touch. No kura ban. No kura ban. And what Ghana na concert. What Ghana na concert in some hunu 22 billion frontier for 87 million under your watch. You can even tell us who frontier Nidia. We asked Osla, we asked Kandapa, we asked everybody, the health minister, Menu, George Nino. He could not tell us frontier Nipa Nidia, Nina Neku for the Bush and for. And the Ujina, what's your boxer shot? Begin can Zemuna Ghana for say, no crab daddy, in Tiantam Ghana Mount. In Tiania Day, Yamamba president. Now you make up artists now. Now let me show you this. You see, COVID-19, $81 million worth of vaccines paid for was not delivered. Auditor General's report. Motam Ghana for sika $81 million. Somebody I could share vaccine. You have what Ghana for ever seen there. The Attorney General is looking into it. What about Umia? You have the moral right to discuss COVID-19. Now on Faria the own, but we are before. But we are before. Sankonya before, and come be one umponka COVID-19 wasam. Say COVID-19 is say Ghana $81 million. Ebe sinne. Moka some of the top vaccines have a waye. Moko for poison be war Ghana for. What's Ghana after Mike? You are no win. Abejino S saying. Yanya dang. Inti yama umbedi president. Yama Kennedy medi president. Inti yama MPP power. Inti diamo ya yanya de yantam to mi mawana. Na be dang. You were charging bogus $150 at the airport per person. Obia ura Ghana airport at $150. Ghana for tie mu kasaye titru enkwasiafo bogus na mu di MPP chi se enwan no mu kam omu fin oh ya de oba ne dan ade ne de MPP enwan no mu gu abroche titru Germany for san kwasiafo no mu di MPP chi no omu fin omu du kotoka no mu ni so atwa omu omu titi nkuraso wo Germany omu du kotoka airport a obesim no aye NDC ne sie ne emo mu hu nyansa sa abroche na wote no wabeduru Ghana enkwasiafo te se MPP moje Ghana fo hu sika nyina die What's up, you know, you are no patutu bekachre say, I COVID-19 and a man yama boy ding, and intina, namo senior boy ding. COVID-19 inti. Now COVID-19 is called a ding. Now,
so the big question is, where is the 21.84 billion Ghana cedis? Baumia, where is it? Now, hold on. Menuka say there's also something which is really going on, because Menuka say the NDC government is bent on taking all the money. Sika Air Koso, and then His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or say, Wednesday be week here, baby, see me, or say Friday or so, on a year. Auditors and also Supreme Court Justice Ebisia, because Sika Ghana ya share could di some people any MPP phone channel or per quite bit maji Sika ne back. Now in aid of this, no, a year a parliamentar, the Public Accounts Committee, or more periodic checks near the other, and more free a year an internal auditor. Or what the Nima Polyclinic. The chief for you be shocked say internal auditor what Nima Polyclinic also chess Sikana a buying the my the say no ultimate tre and not two on all yen seem as Odiagro a whole a year ranking member and Eka say one shady year you be free you coni a betting is and hold on next year some question video no apparently no omu discuss omu kwakoye a year car maintenance and also payments be it's here for the records were not there. This amounted to almost 1 million Ghana cedis. Let's take this particular video near and share your babaka, your better because it is really getting interesting.
Also at Nima Polyclinic, have you presented that GCR?
Yes, Honorable Chair, we were not able to, there were 2 booklets involved, not able to present it, but the recommendation was to pay equivalent amount of 14,000, which is the average collection for this booklet. So, but what we did was to reconcile our records. We found these serial numbers of these GCR booklets in our collection books, and so we presented them to the auditors. That amounted to 13,919. And so the difference of 575 was recovered from the head of finance, and the evidences were made to the auditors.
Auditors, can you confirm, please?
Honorable Chair, we cannot confirm.
When was this done? Internal auditor.
Honorable Chair, we did this in about a month ago, after all efforts to retrieve the booklet failed.
Now, you heard the auditor say that the audit team that came to your place is right next door to the head office. Auditors, could you do a follow-up on it, please? Because I would take personal interest in this area. Unaccounted revenue of
internal auditor. Your answer indicates that those GCRs have actually been found and they have been utilized. That is the answer that you gave.
Honorable Chair, indications in our cash book shows that the GCRs were utilized.
Wait. So did you find the counterfoils, the duplicates of them? Do you have the booklets, the 2 booklets?
No, we lost the booklet.
Wait, but you see, the auditors wrote in the book that you could not provide them. You gave us an answer that indicated that you found them, you went through them, tabulated, and got 13,000. That's what you said. And now you are telling me you can't find, but you saw it in the cash book.
Honorable Chair, every booklet had serial numbers. So we found the serial numbers in our cash books. And so these serial numbers with the related amount were summed up. And that was the 13,000. Because the average collection slashed by the auditor was 14,000 plus, we were compelled to retrieve the difference of 570 from the head of finance.
You shown the cash book to the auditors?
Yes, Honorable
When?
Chair. We did this exercise now about a month ago.
Unaccounted revenue of 18,000. We noted from our review of our outpatient records that revenue totaling 18,000 collected from issuing of patient folders and lamination of hospital cards from January 2023 to May 2023 when neither recorded in the daily cash books nor lodged in the service bank accounts of the polyclinic. Have you recovered this amount?
Honorable Chair, no.
Why not?
The reason being that the amount, the 11,000 represents, there are two issues. One for sale of patient folders and the other one for lamination of ID cards. The sale of patient folders, in the view of the auditors, certain quantities of folders were issued for the period, and so they multiplied the costs per each folder, and that amounted to 6,000. At the time, Honorable Chair, we were not charging separately for the cost of folders. That means that once you pass through the system and you access consultation, the fees you paid for consultation included the cost of the folder. And so we explained this to the auditors. The other component, which is the card lamination, it was rather unauthorized.
Sir, you say you haven't recovered this amount. Have you given any other information to the auditors to clear this infraction?
Honorable Chair, the information we're given is what I'm explaining to the committee.
Sir, the question that I asked takes yes or no. Have you given them any information to clear this one? Yes or no?
Honorable Chair, we did.
When, with all that other documents that you claim you gave to them, right?
I didn't get that.
When did you give this information to them?
Honorable Chair, we did the exercise in about a month ago with the auditors.
And auditors are still, I'm giving these guys 48 hours to provide those documents to the auditors. If not, they will pay this 18,000 out of their pockets.
Honorable Chair, the statement he made about the folders contradicts what is captured in their response.
Yes.
So I don't know which one we should
Internal
believe
auditor.
now.
Internal auditor. You see, the answers you've given so far are so evasive, deliberately evasive. You see, when you look at the responses that you give in the audit report, one, it says that because you are understaffed, nurses are not able, that is what you wrote, to keep these folders. So when patients come, they are not able to find their folders, and you give another one. First and foremost, their history, medical history is gone. Because if you can't find the folder, how are you going to find the history that you wrote in the folder a week ago or a month ago? Then they issue another one. Now you sit here, everything you've told us 1 month ago, 1 month ago. Who do you do those reconciliation with? Mention the particular person that you did those reconciliations with last month, so that they can also do a follow-up. You see, you are very lax about it. It seems that you just want to give the answers and just leave. So who did you do the reconciliation with last month?
Honorable Chair, we did the reconciliation with an auditor that was sent on site, which we met on site. I can't recollect the name of the auditor now, but
How long did you work with this auditor?
Honorable Chair, I was doing a follow-up on this, and we met in about a month ago on site.
Director General. Director General, is this under your control? Director General, is that under you?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Chair, a suggestion. Either you get the police involved or Yoko involved, because it does not smell good. It does not smell good. And the problem is he's an internal auditor. I've given him 48 hours to provide this information to the auditors. If not, he's going to... Look, sir, I can wipe that smile off your face right now. I can wipe it off your face right now. You think we are joking over here, right? Director General, I've given you my recommendation. Either you get the police involved or Yoko involved, because it doesn't smell good.
Recommendation well noted, and I plead with the committee and chair that I would personally take great interest in this, and we'll go back to the drawing board and see what is happening there. Thank you.
It will be part of your report to us in 30 days. You pay car maintenance allowance to people and you don't have any information on file. The response that you gave to the auditors in the book is different from what we are giving out here.
It's here for aye bebre. In fact, the Public Accounts Committee the nyensem kitwa. But then on this same issue, moving on to another issue, Gabi Ochedako. Now, Gabi Ochedako now no can same be the United States of America. Purportedly now say, at the point in time, a man for a patches, Mulusi election because man too many and share Santa for. And he made a statement, share Santa for MPs near so again, more flyovers near the idea. Almost said you and no more pay. What I say, and your flyovers near at the no more pay Santa for the said don't pay before fro. On Pesika na say Bibisa. Now Enona Subi MP Wababe reply Gabi Ochedako. In fact, he mopped the floor with him. Yes, share this asgala video Babaka ebeto aso.
Just a quick one, 30 seconds be. I didn't think na moka se mo pe fly over. Na mo pe community. Gabi Ochedako say mo kwa ye say ye to oni nyina mo
say nana. Ya na edu baby a. MP before ya na pe mo asem.
Jare na mo ko pa chompo.
Ya na pe mo asem. Because o be classem we no bi ko kire mu a yes o the party sma ko tran baby ka mo so mo fa asem ne ba wo e na tie ba bi o me na me MP asma kan mu se enye no kre man ko kasa mo pe no kre pa wo pe no kre pa mu tie MP before mu tie ne mu tie no ye caucus committee of parliament e na kenu frata bai asma ko ye ni MP se aso ye ni ka che ne say ye fa roots in winning elections.
Can we write any?
Me abo watch na me catch you. Friend bia no dem o. Kase can we me catch actually dem o. The caucus meeting, episode Ghana fa na nyina hia Parliament House. Can we write buy o te ho. O say nye roots na the winning elections. Hey. Oh, e say asem ne koda, mo ne koda o. Na yem bi de tiase de. Wo be kan nye no kura ba be kirem. E di efi say e dwane ahantan free hen. Sa dwane ahantan free hen. Obi so nko sa line trouble ma wo. So tumi hye wonsa. Now be ubanant ni so sa dwe kasa no mo kan ko kabia mo so obi kasa na boso obi ese na be nya abutisem na okeka no ese mo kan nya abutisem na okeka no ese mo okeka no nya abutisem na okeka no ta be na ye ta parliament ono bo mo kwata na be hia anya no kre rather ye ba kumase ha e na regional minister ni hia so obi an fa na key road bra na se me subi de me here key road bia it be kwa dem ka se o subi de ya kwa na ye be be dem ka kra se ye ne be ye and also to be here kwa because I don't know here subi point me win election ma MPP
yeah
and you got on Kwabri for the next time Kwabri East me come
yeah
and no problem for being called but subi de okay because the Kwabri was not change subi and generally they say can of them but the say say only asante here PCI and they say per communal routes adienche
honorable Eugene
maybe I don't know I'm come on tomorrow maybe I'm the partner we do know umunya party my say na partner ye no mo come on tomorrow but once I kasa say ba almost shake for bufu and no to kwa akoso pa between napo and no and yes papa platform bi so yes because as you didn't the Yeah, time, yeah, in that road, Ashanti region, yeah, time, and a year Kumasi City, South 10 consoles, yeah, more Juma, yeah, time in Parliament. I was the Coco Secretary. Or no, my push about Ashanti region. No, my push about Ashanti region. Nipa, Kasewina, on Livio Semper for Kano. Baby, I do know, a Sawam, or Moncoman to the party. My back can say be a monk of Fubu because you're not Korawa deal with. Obia the wa utimi be exam platform kasa e cha Ashanti region MPs was a hana abano do na free na mo be we na mo kwa mo de mo kono mo nye party man mo ko kwane ko kape na mo sa de nam ene say party na be kan se man ye no kro na mete wa na mo be ka to me so e fa na mo kwata ni ehia yes president so ni ehia na do ni ehia Jubilee House e me ye still roots yes I know it happened yes but when the car fly na so president share no so ka console as man when o ka fly obi o take kwa the fly over there
kwan na beka
say kwan bia di perforce wa
ba man ka say flyover ndo onyai
me say hwe sa papa no ho on kana no ntumo
gabi
me na me mo bia sa papa no so on kana no ntumo
mate
yo
honorable Eugene Boache.
Okay, so Subi MP, former Subi MP, and or their man. But you see, on this same issue of Galamsey, ne flyover, ne NDC for ni MPP for some air cosono. The key components in the Galamsey air cosono are the repealing of the LI 242, the LI 2462. But me no can see the MPPs of that session say, "Sa LI, your friend is saying LI 262 no." Idea. Argument a mineral commission or deputy CEO Emmanuel Ayima or making it doesn't make sense because usha MPP pa na nkasebio project no omo ye emana ye yenti ono so insema or the tuja e babaka e be go straight to Dadulumba because we have a breaking news on Dadulumba time a ye be see no ebusuafo e den sem bi ababe tuja
denti America sa ne say elembele na TSC ka say MPP for dem braba ya mbra ne si yenko ni yenko tu Galamsey our forest reserves in Pacho Kasa na one Kasa.
Okay, but it is true too.
Good. But you see, that is the
2462 on.
LI 2462. But you see, that is the propaganda and the mischief NDC for year going to the 2024 elections. Embrane na maybe wa hey. Obi anfani phone on bi embrano. Embrani din environmental protection into bracket mining in forest reserves regulations 2022 LI 2462. First intro they say enyam brawe ene ma ho kwan say enko ye mining e forest reserves mo. It's not true. Obi aka sa chewa enya no kre. Enya no kre nya boche.
Seri di biom.
Embrano title, the long title of the regulation is environmental protection into bracket mining in forest reserves. Okay. Regulation.
Mining.
Oh, nyabucha me ba becheche mining forest reserves regulation 2022 LI 2462. Fanana I guess waso wa ha. Na embrano ohema say na medi kan ye no. Enye LI 2462. Ene ma ho kwan say utimi ye mining e forest reserve. Se ohembra na emra e ma ho kwan anase emra e ma ho kwan si enye mining e forest reserves. The Environmental Protection Agency Act 1994 Act 490. That is the parent law. You can say LI more or less subsidiary legislation. And so the parent law no the Act of Parliament, the main act, which is environmental. Then I will hear when him now enjoy education in the emissary.
Some classroom.
So good. The Parent Act near Environmental Protection Agency Act. Remember another example.
Okay, can track again.
Let me remember example. Critical example here. Of another I guess. Over lawyers here, you the Legal Professions Act. What you say? Legal Professions Act, yes, some LIA, the Legal Professions and Etiquette Rules or Regulations. And also, a war on my no say LIA, regulating the professional conduct and etiquette of lawyers. Sanam Brawit here. So the Parent Act na a man who quine say utimi koye mining our forest reserve mono. And a Yam Brand Act 490 a passing in 1994. Me pacho in 1994 President Akufo-Addo na President wa Ghana ha. MPP na wa abemu 1994 na. You see, Elembele, sometimes a new opportunity this year. Let's be truthful to ourselves. You see, over na I can say. the purpose where your politics where education of an anaya kese say ohwe mbra LI 2462 na ohwe regulation 3 ni prohibited areas not to say areas are and de yenye mining e forest so mbra LI 2462 ni ano was to regulate the mining in forest reserves because first na vague of another, I guess what you say. Now, brand new vehicle, the outpay of forest reserves be anu timi koye per Act 490 no. The outpay be timi koye. But by way you say there's supposed to be a regulation a create some form of modalities. Me pacha what you say. Modalities are so called mining of forest reserves ni more. Guide your mining in the forest reserves. Into here regulation 3 of LI 2462 or say prohibited areas. A person shall not issue a license or permit to any person to undertake mining activity, including exploration activity, in the following areas. Now, but the kind of forest reserves are untiminko 1, the globally significant biodiversity area. Elemele, una ye professional, how nim say we know it falls under a category of your forest reserves. 2, the protected province area. 3, an institutional research plot. 4, a hill sanctuary. Not to say choir a wape poso. To say kwa upe poso. Won't mean to mining. Ewo honum. And you know, and let's say the various prohibited areas are untimi enko to mining. Ewo ho. This is the law. We are in your politics. But
okay, in summer, soon the LI 2462 according to some critics, say NPP phone and the buy Emma who can someone from Kokai, Munomunkoye, the Muko 2 Galamse ni good. And NPP for so party said the reason why they brought that was to safeguard near Mebe Koso Kwayemu. It's a back and forth, baby. But then straight up to this legend. Daddy Lumba, Charles K. Fosu, Menu Kase Busian 4, Ediaba Betuja say, on the 6th of December 2025, they will be having his funeral at the Babayara Sports Stadium. Now, there's a video of Busian 4 in some of the Betuja, but quickly, me follow into screen. So I say, final funeral rites of the late Daddy Lumba, a celebration of a legendary life. We wish to announce the final funeral rites of the legendary Ghanaian high life musician Daddy Lumba. Date Saturday, 6th December 2025. Venue Babayara Sports Stadium. Location Kumasi. So in some way, in the Busian phone, the Ababe Tuja. But you video of how it was painting or the Tuja. There's also a video of whether Daddy Lumba infan in 5 years enko Kumasi and Nasi infan in 5 fem. But you can share in some Ebusianino and Ebusian painting or mu designate or the Tuja by a better so.
Your studio ha na me kan asisu dua se afe na abrewa ayi poma kwan ama eye adehye abusua a corner family of Pakoso ni Nsuta abusua panyini eye ora Victor Kofi Owusu Boy ono na oye head of the family for Ekwo Ebusiano. Ono so na oye chairman for funeral planning committee. Jina na name sanse ode na no asem ahye ya no anopai. Se yemfa entudwa. Emfa from mem. Se with broader consultation ye no nyina yakọ menhia yakọ aban fikasiem asin konwa ene abrochefo nya di nkomo ababa besi so se nyankopon de yen kwache ye ne a eye bronya bosome na wotwe a edikan ne da eye 6 December
DLFM
2025
DLFM
and na the late Daddy Lumba final funeral rite no eye yipon no ebe hihye so bia ebe koso eye Kumasi Sports Stadium Babayara Sports Stadium na jumadie no go ahodo kakra eye 6 and 7 ne de ebusua betina se said de amamre ne amane ekwan so etie no 6 no ɛna yɛbɛyɛ yi kɛseɛ no na nwummerɛ yɛde dwumadie bi ɛbɛhyehyɛ so a wabɔ bra ɛna ɔbɛyɛ nnwuma bebree ɔpanyin a yɛka n'asɛm yɛ ɔpanyin a timetena ase ɛfa pen ɛtwerɛ nnwom ɔrelease 33 studio albums nnwom a ɔrekɔde yɛ over 200 songs nnwom a ɔyɛɛyɛ no signature songs bebree enti ɛyɛ nyankopɔn yɛ adom a memene da no saa memene da no nnwummerɛ no yɛde DL cocktail party a ɛno anyomtofoɔ akuku dam hwan kyɛ sɛ obiara pɛ sɛ ɔno nso so ba bɛkyerɛ ne dɔ yɛbɛhwɛ animu anyomtofoɔ akɛseɛ apart from yɛ nua panyini nana machi dede ɛne kwadwo ntwimo sa akɔdeɛ stone boy shatawale ɔmo nyinaa obiara bɛba ba bɛkyerɛ ne dɔ anyomtofoɔ ne dɔɔso mentimi bobɔ wɔn din
The for in some way caused the issue as to whether that Lumba, because he is in much sure that Lumba woman or Accra has say. So the question as to whether he will transported by air or by land, no, say the be fact it took me na kukumas and be full plane no be champagne no actually we could see somebody to joy by better to us.
Media fra kukumas na. And we share any say more than be fa wiem, and now the be fa for more than fa for ma. And she share do be na be koso. E wo mra e did that dey free na mu free cry. E dey kukumas.
Pacho e hono na Mekan said there has been 2 schools of thought. A bit more say, oh, young fan in Fairview, send a bear and Kaye, prepare the first international airport. I'm on for Beko airport or Aqua. Don't want now, so I didn't share no upper. Say, any final planning committee, Mufa, Papa form. Na yen so ye walk a crack Kumasi Quantum Pony so no. Major towns no say be a would drew Suhumua so home forces so bet me abema the last respect na drew Konongo drew a joso ne kosa ku rekumasi proponim the niku rekumasi proponim so ye wo amamre ni amane so kokra ye beye e de amano.
Then the last message I'll be passing to those spreading fake and is anyone you ever send your mom?
Well, Yaka, this is the second time yes, I issued this caution statement. Say enough is enough. Yajitum say Drew baby na asem no. Your te yanti your tears were hunu muchere. And nipa no be abon dream for say they are on destructive mission. Say be ye papa any munyam e bata ne ho otiase na brabo a che say ewiase nyina aso ne mu no obi so te baby ye ne ya nti ne de ne say ade achi ade asen no ofa camera na ohwem fampanifo si wo no gu o ho fi fa abusua fa abusua panyini ni afa eyere no ma wagya wanchi what you say na ne manom just nipa bi heartless ya srewo enough is enough yaka bako mienu etoso miensa say nipa no baby emrade ubegina no wa anye careful na wo say ba be ka say o ada na busuan e de me fasa kwan we so enye de ye pe no ye pamochew they should cease fire yes srewo ye nuan mama anone ye nige ahofama ene sebi odosonko amada na didi a kire sa na ebi so te ho a omo dia ne se omo de omo pay views on social media enti no omo gunipa ho fi sometimes so hwe ye nua panyini yere no a wagya won akire ye fa wo yere keto na ye guni ho fi
Obi so far oyere panyin obu ne ho fin. Abusia panyin. Me kra anti ageba ye de ma bishop. What did they mention? And sometimes ask yourself, say, now a day no more G. Dear sir, your pound show. That's all.
Yeah, but that's it.
No. Now let's move on to this particular issue. Sabra Minoka say what you are seeing on the screens, dear. If you see it, I will say yim show pa. Yeah, that's sorry. The information about said the Ghana police have arrested 2 nannies. First of all, nannies, one more say you. Oh, now we fear na ibia busy what I say oko ijuma oko meeting into be here extra hands on besha umba we fear. You need people on besha umba omona nannies specifically for the children. I bit man say caretakers, okay. But sanko form you new way oko East Legona obi eformu as a caretaker say onye den onhwe omumba emo babies, and we are learning say not just one baby, but apparently sanko form you almost screens you see what they did was that almost sorry anopana sebio omobana yanum ye efeni saying one more mbofra no ye omudi omka so sisi ande ye gem mbofra na mo ye kwa adwuma nti munhwe omo a nkrofo no epie pe na omkwa adwuma pe na one screens nkrofo mieni omafa sleeping tablets na omudi ama BBC nti mbofra ne be da omutimi da from anopa to 5 nti bo say there's no activity now. You'll be out here science. Kakabun say abofra de uye baby the baby needs enough rest do, but also no who be nyasa abofra no bedding or be some activity kakras na be animpon webe ebeyeding because statica ontimi ponjina wona wanante he or she needs to move about until man sleeping tablets no you are actually if anything destroying the formation of the body of that particular child. You are actually creating a dysfunction. Sa nieme and anasa nkofo mienu omoye. Now we don't know how. Say CCTV footage, you say cameras, and then you sankofo mienu ya chomo. Now according to the parents of these people, the victims, the parents of Sam Bofra, we omo party say edu tem bi omo hu say Bofra no omonya correct. Sisi ana Bofra ba ko no kakra na wada. No that's not sorry ah. Na ebia on the biema no niti ehwehwe wo. No niti epimpim wo. Clearly, you say abofrano, ya say on my life, Brunibeka say irreparable damage. Because of this, so the police have arrested these 2 people. But you could see in Sama, a police penny or the 2 and on how this particular issue came about, and also charges here. They are bon kofuya tomorrow. The Omoko court now I share how the issue will go. You should video back here to us.
We have gathered here this afternoon to give you a brief on an unfortunate incident which we find a bit unusual. Now to the details. The Airport Divisional Officer here in Accra has arrested 2 nannies, Francisca Boachi, who is 30 years and a student nurse from Konongo in the Ashanti region, and Harriet Ansa, 31 years from Jasikan in the Oti region. These persons have been arrested for allegedly administering sleep-inducing drugs to their employees' 2-year-old twins, who are boys here at East Legon, Accra. The businesswoman, a 40-year-old who is a complainant, reported to the police that she had observed unusual drowsiness and behavioral changes in her 2 sons during the month of September 2025. Now, subsequent inquiries revealed that the nannies had been administering a medication suspected to be used in their daily milk for the past 7 to 8 months, and they do this without the consent of the employer, that is the complainant. And this, they say, makes the children sleep for extended hours so they could attend to other house chores. Police investigations has further revealed that one of the accused persons, Harriet Ansa, who has administered to mixing the drugs or the suspected substance in the children's food, claims she inherited the practice from her colleague Francisca Boachi. She also confessed to subjecting the children to other forms of abuse, including hitting their heads with fire and calling them derogatory names such as chimpanzee, amongst others. Both accused persons have been working for the complainant for the past 8 months. A search conducted in the accused person's room led to the retrieval of 2 used and 4 unused trays of substances in sachet packs suspected to have been used in the acts aforementioned. Now, all of these exhibits have been retained for forensic examination. Both accused persons have since been cautioned, charged with the appropriate offences, and have been remanded into police custody to reappear on the 20th of October 2025. The Regional Police Command strongly condemns such inhumane acts against children and urges parents and guardians to remain vigilant in the supervision of domestic staff. Further updates on the case will be communicated as investigations continue. Thank you. Me accused persons, and I'm a suspect. Almost face it was live on TV. One person will say Mejuma. Sorry. Yeah, Konongo is Francisca. Please remember, their faces, let them. If I see anything otherwise, I'll have issues.
Now, we're traffic, so I'm going to say
Okay, so that's exactly what is really going on. You could see, said these 2 nannies, no, ane, yomo ye no. In fact, Ojo crown tias, will be I'm say, Shenipa ne bamana, ultimi shena kwe. But what you are doing is that you are giving the child a sleeping tablet. Now, about Fanny Devia, now also, so be a bit more attending to house chores. Now, other lady no patch say, or no dear, or inherit the practice from the other colleague, no. Because the other colleague ne can say, now near me, of course, you uba betnet and bofra you sa and now why the wash home. Any obecho, they be obeche. The best thing you have to do is that momu sleeping tablets, momu sleeping tablet, don't matter. Na a juma a wo why was away with him. And this, according to the parents of these 2 children, yes, some of boys in Birmingham, you know, twins, 9 boys, they destroy my life. And aside from that, too, the police also reveal say, search, no, they found sleeping tablets, in the abode of these 2 people. And aside from that, too, what they are also learning is that nannies no omo tie didim bofra na tem ene se bofra no omo so na omo su ani hit ye frying pan hwehwe omo trim na se be mu ye chimpanzee ne nema all these things no ye friend is saying yade a ekoso a enya at the end of the day no. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, you could see some investigation is ongoing. I mean, okay, say, yeah, the omo court. It's so sad. What I say, it's so sad that it's a Odrin one. Once again, we are live. We are live. Internet. So I'll be to make the comments. Abba, now ye nya wajin share concerning this issue. I say be call in some for so. All right, it's for NCB example for us because we have many other issues. I was said twice so right here on this particular platform because there's a lot of issues here and issues now definitely I was making sure we cover most of them. So once again, Obeti made your comments about we will definitely very much be happy to read the comments. Now at the end of the day, concerning all of these issues are right here on this particular platform today from the beginning of Nsema Captain Smart account to by way for administering a sleeping tablet to these 2 twins. Now quickly, let's move on. Minuka say Domilovo Wababe Kasa. Yes. Now according to him, recently he had an interview with Kweku Sintim Mr. KSM. And our patch say, one of the things Ghana for Ejina so editor aba Emma, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was the fact say Obabaka and Obe Hodi the former administrative woman appointees or more the former administration Obe Hodi them accountable. And before they even came power, they set up something called Operation Recover All Loot. But here for Yankanokre, it's getting to a year now, and the Operation Recover All Loot, Ekamia say the whole gidi no atonsuom, we are not seeing anything. And we know kasi Domlovo is really pissed off. Say at the end of the day, if any say operation recover all loot, and here then can cry near say yen fanning back count on recover loot ne man or sisi ani dia wo sha. I say enkokra and I say atonsuom. Our party say if Mahama doesn't really do anything about this 2028, even though he may not be in power, because how the voting demographic, the demography are changing. You see, and people don't vote because they are Santis and not no. A bit maha NDC if they want to reclaim power. You could see somebody to join Babaka, Yabetwaso.
Follow the briefing that the Attorney General has been given. A lot of work is going on. Will you ask, are you satisfied? I'll say no. I am not satisfied because I can't see the end of the tunnel, not to talk about the light at the end of the tunnel. I can't even see it. I don't even see the end of the tunnel before the light because I know this may continue till there's a change. In fact, the prayer of the corporates and their lawyers is that there should be a change in government. Then you hear nolli prosequa and etc. and our money is gone. The procedure that Attorney General currently is using, it's going to be very difficult. 9 months. 9 months is not small, my brother. We are, before we realize, we have finished the quarter of the term of President Mahama. So I think we have to change the speed at which we are moving and let people gain the confidence that things are moving and moving very fast. It begs one question. Doesn't mean they didn't prepare before coming to office or they were not ready for winning the election. Because when I look at the quantum of money that we should recover and the speed, the snail speed at which we are moving, I'm like, when are we going to get there? We may not get there. We need to change the legal framework. And let me be blunt here. If government refuses to do these changes, it only tells me that either they are also doing the same thing, they are also stealing, or they have intention of stealing. That is the only motivation which will stop you from doing these things, which brings about quick win.
Okay, so that's it. So a lady in Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, or the Ababe Tuja say no. We don't know what she did. But apparently now or call prison no. She was really shocked, say a bro call no. Or prison one. You know, prison female ward need you know more kasa. But obobidin nipa ne footballer and then so Ghana ye Central African Republic and you more match. Yeah, so more 5. Meaning at the time of recording as a but then we are on our way to the World Cup. But then also bought a player player ni dino and I'm so fee present. Yeah, video where Babaka a for your to us.
A modern name in the Middle East. It's blessed a lot of people. And when you know that you are part of those people, comment on this video because let me tell you, when they arrested me, the only thing I was like, this foreign country, I don't know anybody. I can't even speak their language because within 1 month when I arrived in that country, that I got the problem and they arrested me. I got the problem with my madam. Yes, Yalla, tell us what happened. Where are you from? So immediately they say, where are you from? I said, me from Ghana. The police said, Wallah, you from Ghana? You from a Samoan country? Wallah, your brother too much good. You know a Samoan? Him too much good. So I was confused. I'm like, They're like, Wallah, Samoan too much good. So I'm like, yes, Samoan, my country player, I know him. They Wallah, him good. Ya Habibi, you crazy, you beat your madam. Why you beat? I'm like, madam beats me. Wallah, I beat madam. Madam no beats me. I no beat madam. Wallah, madam no touch me. Me no touch madam. Madam touch me. Wallah, I beat madam. same. And you know they are English, yes. Some of you are telling me to always speak fast, so I'll speak fast. So then they put me in a room. They call one policewoman that because I'm a lady, they wanted a policewoman to come and handle me. The policewoman came and said, "Ya Habibi, what's happened? You crazy? Africa too much problem. You come here, you fighting." I'm like, "Madam, me no fighting. Me good. Madam beat me. Madam beat Karama. Karama beat Madam. Same. Me no problem. madam problem. Wallah, madam problem. And wallah, and the policeman, wallah, you beat madam? I said, yes. She went and told all the other policemen, come see. Karama from Ghana, beat mama in the house. What was I was there. So, because Asamoah was popular and they liked him. This story is 2016, yes. 2016, 2016, investigated and realized that it wasn't my fault. The madam was indeed abusive, yes. So, in that jail, I enjoyed myself in that jail because the kind of funds that I got in that jail because of Asamoah. When the policemen people come, they'll be like, Asamoah sister, come. And you know, some of them, they'll be asking me, you know Asamoah? You know Asamoah house? You know Asamoah food? What food Asamoah like eat? I'm like, hey. In my mind, I'll be like, hey. Me free sro no wow. Me free balgatanga sro no wow. But the nechi. How will I know Asamoah? I'm like, when they ask me, I'll be like, fufu. Asamoah like fufu. They'll be like, yalla, what fufu? Shukim fufu. Like, what is fufu? I'm like, Asamoah like too much fufu. And they'll be like, you Asamoah same house? In Ghana, same house? I'm like, yes, me Asamoah same house. In fact, Asamoah my brother. Asamoah my brother. They chill. And they were like, wallah, you Asamoah sister. I'm like, and they'll look at me, they'll be like, wallah, you Asamoah have same face. Yeah, same face. So they released me. And when they released me, they took me back to the agency. They replaced me to the royal family. And when I got to the royal family, the kind of post that I got there. I remember my boss brother was part of Asamoah managing team. Yes. He was managing Asamoah, his team. He was part of their team. At the time that my boss brother came to our house. Because the royal family was big and every place, like everyone has their own places that they stay, but you know, it's a very big family. Yes. So there was a time that my boss brother came to the house and my boss told him that, come. This Asamoah sister in my house, wallah. From Ghana, crazy. Same Asamoah, wallah, she too much good, she too much smart. So the brother came and was like, wallah, you same from Asamoah country? I said, yes. You know Asamoah? I said, you Asamoah? And I remember that day, the boss videoed me to greet Asamoah so that when he goes to camp or when he sees Asamoah, he will show him the video. So I don't know, Asamoah, did you receive my video? Because I remember 2016 or was it 2017, early 2017. One Karama, when you were in Dubai, one Karama, one Ghanaian nanny made a video greeting you, and my boss brother said that he was coming to show it to you. Asamoah.
Okay, this is a very fun story on the lighter note. Now let's move on to this particular issue. Ex-President Akufo-Addo may be out of power, but then you can say, you know, he's aging like wine. What I say, the older he gets, the finer he is. We know can say picture air trend was social media, and the shocking things, Akufo-Addo is 81 years, but he looks like someone who is 42. What is his secret? And no now. Paul Adom Kyei said the secret is because Akufo-Addo ya die bia in chimba any asase ya danase. Unlike Kubia over power 24-hour economy ohun so galamsey stop also best stop you stop it. Dollar price they bia or inject forest as economy new to stabilize the dollar and you authentic all be settings. You could see Paul Adom Kyei edit tuja ye babaka ye beto aso.
This is Nana Akufo-Addo, yeah? 82 years old. Now, I'm going to make a suggestion. It's my own suggestion. You don't have to accept it. Do you know why at 82 he looks like that? And if you listen to him talking, he will remind you of things. And that's the frightening part. If you think I'm lying, you can ask Abu Jinapo, the former Minister for Lands. You can ask him. When you're speaking to Akufo-Addo, he will remind you of things. Not things of 70s or 2021. He will tell you that, Parliament passed it. He said, really? Oh, yes, Parliament passed it. It went through, by the second reading is where we had problems, and then I called Chairman Sabonsu, we had a discussion with it, and eventually Parliament passed it. Oh, yes, I wrote a letter to, he remembers everything. He remembers everything. The things that we are 50 years, we can't remember. 82, he will remind you of it. That's Nana Akufo-Addo. Now, I have been looking at the social media and looking at these free SHS issues that have come up over the last 1 week or so. And something struck me. And it's about an advice to politicians. You see, if you're a politician, like a president, I believe that nature will reward you. Nature will bless you if you are able to generate a policy that you don't benefit directly from. This free SHS policy, educating people he doesn't know, fighting with his party and with his cabinet, that I will take the Ghanaian people's money and educate the children. I don't know them. I don't know their parents. I don't know whether they are MPP or NDC. I'm educating children in Volta region. The other day I was talking to a politician. He said that this Akufo-Addo's policy of free SHS, it was wrong. And I said, why? He said, but you do a policy that is not going to generate any votes for you. And that's why we are where we are. I said, wait a minute, why do you say that? He said the children that he educated the free SHS in the Volta region and NDC places, did they turn out to vote for us? Is it not the same free SHS children who were making videos and saying that they won't vote for us? And why did he educate them? They should have let their parents pay. Then they will see whether they can speak the English. A very angry MPP politician. You can understand his anger. But there's something about politics. One must always do fidelity to the earth. The earth that you stand on. As a politician with power, you must always do fidelity. If you have 10 policies, at least 4 of them must do justice to people who can never pay you back. Akufo-Addo's decision to take Ghana people's money in 2017 and pay school fees for children he doesn't know, children whose parents he doesn't know, children who may not grow up to vote for MPP.
And same bebre. Into say Akufo-Addo has done fidelity for Asase ya. Into Asase ya inti and Akufo-Addo 82 years. Physical class Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo is growing backwards. On the same issue, among us started going into the 2028 elections, MPP from party say we need to start talking about Akufo-Addo's policies, not condemning him. Say, oh, media my man can't any levy any mistake Ghana for a pamacho. Instead of you begging, defend the policies and tell Ghanaians how good it was. Because Akufo-Addo na mamoni nye krano oyebi nipa or this same way ababe tuja radio personality or patches say all of these things are equals any papa say Nkrofo and defended the policies of Akufo-Addo. The intro video back to us
bakwa ho na de esa na ni kaneza reho ni say that time na nanado Emma ya Adom Kyei Duah kwan yenye
sabi traffic so
enti ubedu kwan ho a se about 4:30 ewa abuakwa a you ready so obedi la so ansa no wanya car
enti wa
obedi la no so be between 30 minutes to 1 hour ansa no wanya car wanya car no traffic
be say this so
enti na me no obi anya adwene se obi trem no say MPP ba ye o ma anya hwiama santemane ade a minim de nipa na hwehwe but santemane o ma ye bia ma ye pa me say ebuakwa to sofulai na to odumo
dabi
ebuakwa to sofulai say about 5:30 we ebuakwa you ready say at least on the average and a normal day we traffic so be 1 hour
sopi crowd be
me say nemom at the peak of it we be 2 hours 30 minutes
yes
sometimes 3 hours
yes
from ebuakwa to sofulai traffic. And then another adoruma. Mitimi kwa ebuakwa 4 times a day. Ebuakwa from Adwum to Efie to back to Adwum. And I said to Edum Patase 4 times a day. Abranche bi omu bonutuo awo kaswa no police ni. And omu bes ye na yi no ebuakwa zungu. Nti wono mbe no ekremulo be na do ando taba omu ya baby. That day 11:45 p.m. Na traffic no start free Silom Junction to Ebuakwa.
God also Silom Junction.
Me say obia wanam kwa no so that day bia no go bear witness.
Yes.
Enti do unim oha de bae. So we are oti Ebuakwa na you ma okroma. You are forced to move away. So about pebe bit say patase asokwa pesika ebi kwampa na o maame o papa unu bia ya wadom esidan esifie
na baby du tiato
ana wotimi free but because of traffic no ntino so too I was so kopa bosia ebe pedan han e wo krom na watima kwa adwuma mu ntem
na on say sisi choba
that is the ordeal and the perform 8 years under NDC. And then utuka efre duma. Acha enye traffic light esisi kwan so a acha 20-25 minutes no do akwa. Nipa refi.
Na penten kwati ni.
Nipa refi o.
Nipa refi.
Ano na papa bi
na
travel.
Na amendment no. Obefa foma afro abedu kwa ho. Unasi mfuturo efifra atew
sade betena ekọ
ansa na wabegina kwa ho apreka
sabra
toda aka ne besiwa na line na seji so wura window num no afrika no the stress we nyina ni perefi
ni perefi asem temu
ni perefi
obi so aka ne de
ni perefi nyina
e go ko 42
bese sisi choba honum no ebire bi ni atikem na on set you seek your akanti apia men ka no sisi choba na nim ho obi si eko sisi choba ho eko didi sa ba na ka ni move
na mo da so ti
enu nti no da so si se edro nyimre after 5 ofaka e wo keyetia obesi usofulai na obi afa from sofulai edu aba asuobo a
na no so adiska
obi fa asuobo a asuobo traffic na emu de ba na nye very tense na wo du tano so a oni mu di ano se on fa mo nkwa abu akwa na
yes
because from tano so to abu akwa na no kwa about 2 hours it is sometimes o te kemu na obi na mfom onye ba be abu akwa pe
obi ti du jaw
onye na be kwa kodu abu akwa pe
wow
de oteka ni mu a okra ne ma ne menti ontimi nsim nante no de onam fom no timi kodu abu akwa jaw
man nante frikaje ti akwa abu akwa pe traffic
and so ekwan no na je ekufo aya be do Patapa junction no ti from Patapa junction to abu akwa shell honum na 8 years NDC for fent manye
wow
NDC for fent man fanye and they go to mikro abu akwa ne kohwe and na me kwan nti say the whole CAB
develop papa
no wadru
papa they say obi ebusi
abu akwa da ne kumase
obi ebusi
from abu akwa market office ekwa kosi shell honum etwam kosi makru efie wo kwan no ho no about 70% of them yabu a commercialize no
wow
because amanfo nya access in and out omre what I say amanfo e develop mo nsase
na wo ho
e wo honum
omo si ya no mu ntimi nkotinam ne omo
there is a 4-star hotel o maye won carry
I
think it's
golden dew
or so
golden dew
nobody can tell me say enya ebu akwa kwaina
ngobesi hotel
ngonsi
na ho na etwem akọ
it is some people doesn't understand the ekufo ado ayamaye
boy cry no pen no cry
enyuma eba that side ho say the kronisi etre say na nursing training na bebu akwa nursing training na bebu akwa otiase
Ashafo inti nsema ye de brem we no ye be end life no ewa ha se Nyankopon boa in the next 1 hour ye be san so abrem another update. Thank you so much for watching.